Well, on the morning of 9/11, many people were getting ready for school or for work. Meanwhile, the News Channel 21 Sunrise team was getting ready to go on air.
And we sat down with Chief Meteorologist Bob Shaw and former news anchor Jason Carr to learn what it was like anchoring the news that morning 20 years ago.
We were right at the top. You had opened the show.
Yeah.
And we greeted everybody, and I went to the Weather Center to get ready for my first weather hit.
Having our morning coffee in between segments and joking and just having fun, and then all of a sudden I remember the director saying in our ear that something was happening in New York.
We had an NBC monitor in the Weather Center, and I'm watching the first tower burn. Immediately, everybody got called in. I turned into a reporter that day, did a story on blood donations.
I think, for me, being a, young reporter, that was the first time for me that I'd ever had an experience of such a major breaking news story, and how to handle that.
I got to go to New York and had arranged to work with Al Roker to shoot some promos while we're there. Our youngest daughter, Olivia, was just a little girl at the time, and she had watched the news reports over and over and over with us, and we got out of the subway in New York, and all she could see was buildings coming down. But she glommed onto my neck and just wouldn't look up.
And I just remember the tension. It was thick in the airports, and the patriotism that ended up ballooning out of that experience was something I'll never forget. The flags on cars and bumper stickers, and Americans uniting in a way that I'd never seen and haven't seen since. As grim as it was, our country came together in a way that I wish that we could figure out how to do that now, because we need a little bit of that.
I'd like to say it doesn't harden you, it steels you.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
It makes you just a little more confident in everyday life.
You start to recognize that you truly do not know the days that you have left. I just can't believe it's been 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
20 years, and it almost feels like I could get back on that set with you and do a show all over again.
I know, it does seem that way.